Hey guys, girls, and NB homies, welcome to the It's Just Church holiday special. This year I thought it'd be nice to read my favorite bedtime story as a child to my very own and very best son, Detective Doberman. Yes, my son is more successful than me. No, I'm not proud of him. But I wanted to read Ray Bradbury's Switch on the Night. This was my favorite book as a child, and tonight I'm going to be reading it to you and Detective Doberman. Unfortunately, he's the one who gets to see the pictures, so get fucked, scrubs. But for all you weird ass stalkers out there who want to live vicariously through Detective Doberman here, you get the chance to experience being my child and having me read you a bedtime story. And then at the end, we're going to do an analysis and probably tear apart this children's book, making it more depressing and dark in the process, I'm sure. And don't worry about Detective Doberman here. He's a detective. He's seen some shit. Alright. Once upon a time, there was a little boy who didn't like the night. He liked lanterns and lamps and torches and tapers and beacons and bonfires and flashlights and flares, but he didn't like the light. Fuck, night. Obviously night. Sorry. You saw him in parlors and pantries and cellars and cupboards, and attics and alcoves and hollering in the halls, but you never saw him outside in the night. He didn't like light switches at all, because light switches turned off. The yellow lamps, the green lamps, the white lamps, the hall lights, the house lights, the lights in all the rooms. He wouldn't touch a light switch. And he wouldn't go out and play after dark. He was very lonely and unhappy, for he saw from his window the other children playing on the summer night lawns. In and out of the dark and lamplight ran the children, happily. Now, yeah, it said summer night. This is not winter themed at all. Sorry. I didn't keep a copy of the Polar Express or any shit like this. This was literally my favorite childhood book, so that's the only reason I still have it in my house.
Sorry, Dobie.
But where was our little boy? Up in his room with his lanterns and lamps and flashlights and candles and chandeliers. Shanda-fucking-leers? This kid is fucking loaded. You don't see the illustrations, but his house is massive and designed by M.C. Escher, so. And it never shows his fucking parents. It's like this weird fucking loner kid is just loaded. Has this huge house with apparently giant chandeliers and shit. But anyway, all by himself. He liked only the sun, the yellow sun. He didn't like the light. Fuck, I said light again. He didn't like the night. When it was time for mother and... Oh, see, he does have parents. Okay. When it was time for mother and father to walk around switching off all the lights, one by one, the porch lights, the parlor lights, the pale lights, the pink lights, the pantry lights, the stair lights, then the little boy hid in his bed. The goddamn punctuation on this is terrible. Late at night, his was the only room with a light. All in the town. And then one night, with his father away on a trip, and his mother gone to bed early, the little boy wandered alone, all alone through the house. My, how he had the lights blazing. The parlor lights, the porch lights, the pantry lights, the pale lights, the pink lights, the hall lights, the kitchen lights, even the attic lights. The house looked like it was on fire. But still the little boy was alone, while the other children played on night lawns, laughing far away. All of a sudden he heard a rap at the window. Something dark was there. A knock at the screen door. A tap at the back porch. Something dark was there. And all of a sudden, someone said, "Hello!" And a little girl stood there in the middle of the white lights, the bright lights, the hall lights, the small lights, the yellow lights, the mellow lights. "My name is Dark," she said. And she had dark hair and dark eyes and wore a dark dress and dark shoes, but her face was as white as the moon, and the light in her eyes shone like white stars. "You're lonely," she said. It's funny because her face is supposed to be pale, and I don't know how racist this is, but she's a little black girl. I don't know if you can see that. Well, we'll dive into that in the analysis section. "I want to run with the children outside," said the little boy. "But I don't like the night." "I'll introduce you to the night," said Dark. I'll kind of switch up the voices so you know the difference. "And you'll be friends." She put out a porch light. "You see," she said, "it's not switching off the light. No, not at all. It's simply switching on the night. You can turn the night on and off, just like you can turn a light on and off, with the same switch." Yeah, except at like 12 p.m. "I never thought of that," the little boy said. "And when you switch on the night," said Dark, "why, you switch on the crickets, and you switch on the frogs, and you switch on the stars, the light stars, the bright stars, the true stars, the blue stars. Heaven is a house with porch lights and parlor lights, pink lights and pantry lights, red lights, green lights, fuck, so many lights, blue lights, yellow lights, flashlights, candle lights, hall lights." Fuck, man, it's so tedious. It's so tedious. It's nice. It's nice, though. I'm sure a kid loves it. I loved it. I still love it. "Who can hear the crickets with the light on?" "Nobody." I'm gonna stop doing that voice. I fucking hate it. "Who can hear the frogs with the lights on?" "Nobody." "Who can see the stars with the lights on?" "Nobody." "Who can see the moon with the lights on?" Nobody. Think what you're missing. Have you ever thought of switching on the crickets, switching on the frogs, switching on the stars and the great big white moon? "No," said the little boy. "Well, try it," said Dark. And they did. I have a feeling this is gonna repeat a little bit. They climbed up and down the stairs, switching on the night, switching on the dark, letting the letting the night live in every room, like a frog, or a cricket, or a star, or a moon. That's a little impractical. And they switched on the crickets, and they switched on the frogs. This is God. This little girl is God. And they switched on the white ice cream moon. "Oh, like this," said the little boy. "Can I switch on the night always?" "Of course," said Dark, the little girl. And then she vanished. She's a fucking liar. He's like, "Can I switch on the night even like in the middle of the fucking day?" And she's like, "Yeah, fucking try it. Just try it. You needed more disappointment in your life, right?" And now the little boy is very happy. He likes the night. Now he has a night switch instead of a light switch. He likes switches now. He threw away his candles and flashlights and lamp lights, and any night in summer that you wish, you can see him switching on the white moon, switching on the red stars, switching on the blue stars, the green stars, the light stars, the white stars, switching on the frogs, crickets, and night. He literally just mantled a fucking god in this book. So, Detective Doberman, what do you think this book was about? Well, this is gonna surprise everyone, but I think it's about being afraid of the dark. I know, real big brain shit here. Like reconsidering the situation, like not switching on the light, but switching off the night. I fucked that up. That's okay. Now that's as much pulling out of my ass as I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna make a long fucking video for this holiday special, but I did want to do a cozy little sit down with you guys and Detective Doberman just to get in the holiday mood. It's been difficult this year for myself, and I know for others, so I just kind of wanted to throw this out there to bring some cheer to any of you who weirdly wanted to read a child's bedtime story with me. Anyway, see you next Monday. Love ya. Bye. No tears, don't fuck with more yet. Take what you can get. You're not my girlfriend.